Hello, everyone, and welcome to Practice English TV. I'm Mark. We're really happy you're here with us today. Thanks for spending a little time with us, wherever you're listening from in the world.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emma. It's so nice to have you with us. Whether you're at home, on a walk, or commuting, we're glad you chose to practice English with us today.
Today's episode is about something very common and useful in daily life: coffee shop English conversation.
Yes, coffee shops are great places to practice English because the conversations are usually short, friendly, and happen every day.
In this episode, we'll help you understand real conversations, learn useful vocabulary, and practice natural phrases you can use when ordering coffee.
We'll also share some real-life situations and small stories so you can feel more confident when you speak.
And if you sometimes feel nervous speaking English, that's completely normal.
We'll take it step by step together in a relaxed and friendly way.
If you enjoy learning with us, feel free to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends who are also learning English.
All right, let's step into a coffee shop and start today's conversation.
Imagine this. It's early morning and we walk into a busy coffee shop. There's a line, people are chatting, and you can hear the sound of coffee machines.
I can almost hear it. And that smell of fresh coffee is everywhere.
Exactly. So the first thing I usually do is look at the menu quickly.
Same here. I don't want to get to the front and still not know what I want.
Yeah, that moment can feel a bit stressful, especially if people are waiting behind you.
I remember one time I got to the counter and completely forgot what I wanted to say.
Really? What happened?
I just stood there for a second and said, coffee?
That's actually very real.
Yes, and the barista just smiled and asked, what kind of coffee?
That's helpful.
It was. Then I felt more relaxed and finished my order.
That shows something important. Even if you hesitate, the conversation can still continue.
Exactly. You don't have to be perfect.
Another helpful thing is listening to people in front of you.
Yes, that's a great trick.
You can hear what they say and repeat it in your mind.
For example, someone might say, I'd like a large iced latte.
And you can practice that sentence quietly.
That makes you feel more prepared.
Let's imagine another small situation.
Okay.
You're standing in line and you're not sure what to choose.
That happens often.
You might look at the menu and think, what is a cold brew?
Yes, I've had that exact thought.
Instead of feeling stuck, you can choose something simple.
Or you can ask the barista for help.
Right, and we'll learn how to do that later.
Another thing I notice is that coffee shop conversations follow a simple pattern.
That's true.
First, you order your drink.
Then they ask questions.
After that, you pay.
And finally, you wait for your drink.
Once you understand this pattern, everything feels easier.
Let's try a quick example.
Sure.
You walk up and say, "Hi, I'd like a medium coffee."
The barista asks, hot or iced?
You say, "Hot, please."
Then they ask, anything else?
And you say, "No, that's all."
That's a complete conversation.
Simple and clear.
Here's another small moment. Sometimes you need more time.
Yes, that happens.
You can say, sorry, I need a minute.
That's polite and natural.
And the barista will understand.
Coffee shops are actually very friendly environments.
Yes, people are usually relaxed.
That makes them great places to practice English.
Even small conversations can help you improve.
And over time, those small moments become easier.
By the end of today, these situations will feel much more familiar.
Let's now explore some key vocabulary that will help you understand these conversations better. Let's build your coffee shop vocabulary so you can feel more confident in these situations.
Yes, once you know the key words, everything becomes much easier to follow.
First, you'll often hear the word barista.
A barista is the person who makes your drink and usually takes your order.
For example, you might say, the barista was very friendly.
Or you might hear someone say, ask the barista if they can make it less sweet.
Another important word is order.
This means asking for food or drinks.
You could say, I'd like to order a cappuccino.
Very simple and very common.
Now, let's talk about size.
Coffee shops usually offer different sizes, like small, medium, and large.
The barista might ask, what size would you like?
And you can answer, a medium, please.
Here's another useful word, iced.
That means the drink is cold and has ice.
For example, I'd like an iced coffee.
Or, can I get an iced latte?
The opposite is hot.
So you might say, I'd like a hot cappuccino.
And the barista might ask, hot or iced?
That's a very common question.
Another useful idea is milk options.
Coffee shops many times offer different types of milk.
For example, regular milk, soy milk, or oat milk.
The barista might ask, what kind of milk would you like?
And you can answer, oat milk, please.
Let's talk about syrup.
Syrup adds flavor to your drink, like vanilla or caramel.
For example, can I add caramel syrup?
Or, I'd like a vanilla latte.
Another word you'll hear is pickup.
That's the place where you collect your drink.
You might hear, please wait at the pickup counter.
Or, your drink will be ready at pickup.
One more helpful word is foam.
Foam is the light layer on top of drinks.
Some people love foam and some people don't.
For example, can I have less foam?
Or, extra foam, please.
Let's imagine a short situation using these words.
Okay.
The barista says, what can I get for you?
You say, I'd like a large iced latte.
The barista asks, what kind of milk?
You answer, soy milk, please.
Then they ask, any syrup?
And you say, yes, vanilla syrup.
That's a complete order.
Let's add another quick moment.
Sure.
You forget something and say, sorry, can I change my order?
That's very natural.
The barista will usually help you.
Exactly.
Once you know these words, you don't need to translate in your head.
You can just listen and respond.
And that makes speaking much easier.
Next, let's move into a longer conversation where we use these words in real situations. Let's go through a more detailed situation together. Imagine it's a Saturday morning and the coffee shop is a bit busy but still comfortable.
That's the perfect time. Not too quiet, not too crowded.
We walk in, take a quick look at the menu, and step up to the counter.
The barista smiles and says, hi, what can I get for you today?
I might say, hi, I'd like a medium iced latte, please.
Then the barista asks, what kind of milk would you like?
I pause for a second and say, oat milk, please.
That small pause is very natural. People often think before answering.
Exactly. Then the barista asks, would you like any syrup?
And you can say, yes, vanilla syrup, please.
Let me share a small story here.
Okay.
One time, I tried to order very quickly because there was a long line behind me. I felt a bit nervous and didn't want to take too much time.
That feeling is very real.
So I rushed my sentence and said something like, I'd like a large iced cappuccino hot. That's a confusing order.
And that's a confusing order.
Yeah, the barista paused for a second and looked a little confused. Then I realized what I said and smiled.
What did you do?
I said, sorry, let me say that again, and then I spoke more slowly.
That's a great recovery.
And after that, everything was clear.
That shows something important. It's okay to make mistakes.
Yes, and it's okay to correct yourself.
Let's continue the situation.
The barista repeats, so that's a medium iced latte with oat milk and vanilla syrup.
And you say, yes, that's right.
Then they say, that'll be $5.
You can respond, here you go, or just pay with your card.
Now let's imagine another situation.
Okay.
You step away, but suddenly you realize you forgot something.
That happens all the time.
You go back and say, excuse me, can I also get a muffin?
That sounds very natural.
And the barista will usually say, of course.
Here's another small moment.
Sure.
You're not sure what to order, and the menu has too many choices.
That can feel overwhelming.
So you ask, what do you recommend?
The barista says, our caramel latte is very popular.
And you respond, that sounds good. I'll try that.
Let me add one more real moment.
Okay.
One time I was waiting for my drink and I heard a name that sounded like mine.
Oh no.
I walked up, took the drink, and then realized it wasn't mine.
That's a bit awkward.
Yeah, I went back and said, sorry, I think this isn't mine.
And what did they say?
The barista just smiled and said, no problem, and gave me the correct drink.
That shows people are usually very understanding.
Exactly.
And these small situations help you learn real English.
Over time, these conversations become natural.
And you feel more confident every time.
Next, let's explore some useful phrases that will make your English even smoother. Let's go over some useful phrases that can make your coffee shop conversations sound more natural and confident.
Yes, these are phrases you'll hear every day, and once you start using them, your English will feel much smoother.
A very common and polite phrase is, I'd like.
This is one of the easiest ways to order something.
For example, I'd like a small cappuccino, please.
Or, I'd like a hot tea.
It sounds friendly and natural.
Another phrase people use often is, can I get?
This one is a bit more casual.
For example, can I get a large iced coffee?
Very common in real life.
Let's add a small situation here.
Sure.
Imagine you walk up and say, hi, can I get a medium latte?
Then you remember something.
You add, oh, and can I get it with oat milk?
That's a natural correction.
Yes, people often adjust their order.
Another useful phrase is, what do you recommend?
This is great when you're not sure what to choose.
For example, you ask, what do you recommend?
The barista might say, our cold brew is very popular.
And you respond, that sounds good.
Very simple.
Here's another helpful phrase. Can I have this without?
This is useful when you want to remove something.
For example, can I have this without sugar?
Or, can I have this without ice?
Coffee shops are usually flexible.
Let's imagine a quick story moment.
Okay,
One time, I ordered a drink that was too sweet.
what did you do?
I went back and said, excuse me, could you make it a little less sweet?
That's a very natural way to say it.
And they were happy to help.
That leads to another useful phrase. Could you make it a little less?
Yes, it helps you adjust your drink.
For example, could you make it a little less strong?
Or, could you make it a little less sweet?
Another phrase you'll hear is, that's all, thank you.
This tells the barista you're finished ordering.
For example, after ordering, you say, that's all, thank you.
Simple and polite.
Here's another useful one. Can I also get?
This helps you add something to your order.
For example, can I also get a muffin?
Or, can I also get a cookie?
Let's put a few phrases together.
Okay.
Hi, I'd like a medium iced latte, please. Can I have it without sugar? And can I also get a cookie? That's all, thank you.
That sounds very smooth.
Yes, and it's not complicated.
That's the key. Simple English can sound very confident.
Let's add one more small moment.
Sure.
You finish your order and smile.
And you say, "Thank you. Have a nice day,"
That leaves a positive impression.
and makes the interaction more friendly.
Using these phrases will help you feel more natural.
And more confident in real situations.
Next, let's move into a more personal discussion about real coffee shop experiences. You know, Emma, coffee shops are actually one of the best places to practice English in real life.
I agree. The conversations are short and people are usually friendly, so it feels less stressful.
I remember one time I walked into a coffee shop when it was really busy. There was a long line and I could feel people waiting behind me.
That pressure is very real.
Yeah, I tried to order quickly, but I got nervous and mixed up my words.
What did you say?
I said, "I'd like a caramel black latte with no milk." That doesn't really exist.
That doesn't really exist.
Exactly. The barista paused for a second and looked confused, and I immediately realized my mistake.
That moment when you realize it.
Yeah, I just smiled and said, "Sorry, let me try that again," and then I spoke more slowly.
That's a perfect example of how to handle mistakes. I had a similar experience once. I wanted to order a cappuccino, but I wasn't confident about the pronunciation.
That's a common problem.
I hesitated for a moment, and then I said it slowly, but I think I said it a little wrong.
What happened next?
The barista smiled and repeated the word correctly. It was a small moment, but I learned something new right away.
That's a great way to learn naturally. Let me share another small story.
Okay,
I was sitting in a coffee shop and listening to people order.
that's a great learning method.
I noticed that many people used the same simple phrases like "I'd like" or "Can I get?"
That repetition is very helpful.
After hearing it many times, I started using those phrases without thinking.
That's how language becomes natural. I also remember a slightly awkward moment.
Oh, what happened?
I heard my name called, so I went to pick up my drink, but it wasn't mine.
That happens.
I had to go back and say, "Sorry, I think this isn't mine."
And the barista was okay with it?
Yes, they just smiled and said, "No problem."
That shows something important. People are usually kind and understanding.
Yes, especially in coffee shops.
Another thing I like is the atmosphere.
It's usually calm and comfortable.
You can sit down, relax, and take your time.
That helps reduce pressure when speaking English.
Even small interactions like saying thank you or answering "How's your day?" can help.
Yes, those small moments are powerful.
Over time, they build your confidence.
And you start to enjoy speaking more.
Coffee shops are a safe place to practice.
And the more you practice, the more natural it feels.
Even if you make mistakes, it's okay.
Yes, mistakes are part of learning.
What matters is that you keep trying.
And enjoy the process.
Before we finish, let's share a few simple tips to help you feel more confident when speaking English in a coffee shop.
Yes, these tips are easy to follow and can really help you in real situations.
First, try to decide your order before you reach the counter.
That's a great habit. When you already know what you want, you won't feel rushed.
You can also practice your sentence quietly while you're waiting in line.
For example, you might think, "I'd like a medium iced latte."
Then when it's your turn, the words come out more naturally.
Another tip is to keep your sentences simple.
Yes, you don't need complicated English.
Simple sentences like, "I'd like a coffee, please," work perfectly.
And here's an important one. Don't be afraid to speak slowly.
Speaking slowly can actually make you easier to understand
It also gives you more time to think.
and helps you feel more relaxed.
Let's add a small real-life moment.
Okay,
One time I was nervous and tried to speak too fast.
what happened?
The barista didn't understand me the first time.
That can happen.
So I slowed down and said it again, and then everything was clear.
That's a great example.
Slower is often better.
Now, let's ask our listeners a question.
Yes, here's your question for today. What is your favorite drink to order at a coffee shop?
Try to answer this question in English.
For example, you can say, "My favorite drink is a cappuccino."
Or, I like to order an iced latte with oat milk.
You can also explain why you like it.
For example, I like it because it's not too sweet.
We'd love to hear your answers,
Writing your answer is a great way to practice English.
and it helps you build confidence step by step.
Let's wrap up today's episode.
So today we explored a very common and useful situation, having a conversation in a coffee shop.
Yes, we talked about helpful vocabulary, natural phrases, and simple conversations you can use in real life.
We also shared real-life situations and small stories to help you feel more comfortable and confident.
And hopefully, the next time you walk into a coffee shop, you'll feel more relaxed when speaking English.
Remember, you don't need perfect English. Simple and clear sentences are enough.
The most important thing is to keep practicing and not be afraid to speak.
Even small moments like ordering a drink can help you improve step by step.
And maybe your next coffee order will be your best English practice of the day.
Thank you so much for spending time with us on Practice English TV.
If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to subscribe and share it with your friends who are also learning English.
We really appreciate your support.
Keep learning, stay positive, and enjoy your English journey.
Thanks again for listening.
See you in the next episode. Bye for now, and happy learning.